On today's episode, on today's show, we introduce the bikes to Shift Gang 254. And with us, none other than Wakili Timam. So, Wakili, karibu sana.
Asante sana for having me on the show.
First of all, who is Wakili? Who is Wakili Timam?
Wakili Timam is a Kenyan lawyer who rides bikes.
Oh, so jina Wakili sio utani?
No, it's almost my official name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so that's you're a lawyer?
Even my Islam name is Abdul Wakili, so it's actually a formal name.
Abdul Wakili.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Which bike is this?
This is a 2018 Kawasaki Ninja 400.
Oh, Kawasaki Ninja.
Yes, 399cc, 48 HP. It's a proper balance between like a small entry-level bikes and super bikes, in that it will get you the 200 kph you need on the road.
Okay.
And it will be very economical to run, very easy to ride. The frame is really flexible.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it very easy to handle and much safer than most bikes on the road.
You said Kawasaki Ninja?
400.
400.
Yes.
So it's 400.
It's 399cc.
Oh, 399cc.
Yes.
Horsepower?
It's 48.
48.
Yes.
Have we omitted some zeros?
No, trust me on this. So that is more than you need on these roads, because I will tell you this: from 0 to 100, I do about 5.5 seconds, and that's a small bike. If we're talking about liter bikes, we're talking about 2 seconds or something like that.
Gotcha. 48 horsepower.
Yes. It looks like.
Wow. Okay. So these are an entry level bike,
just slightly above the entry level.
Okay.
Because usually the entry levels are supposed to be between 50 cc's and 250, 300.
Okay.
But now this one brings a bit more punch for those people who want to begin with a bang.
Okay.
It's my second bike. I began on a 300.
Okay.
Then I thought I just needed a little bit more power for me to be comfortable on the roads. And my decision has been very good.
Wow. So, do you race?
Yeah, I race. I've been racing for the last 2 years. I've been fortunate enough to win the South African Championship for 2 years in a row, both on the track and on the streets.
Pull up. Huh? Ati?
I am the 2018 and 2019 East African Superbike champion for the 300cc category.
Wow. No, so why did you choose this bike in particular?
When I was getting into biking, I was just trying to avoid traffic.
Okay.
That was the only objective of
doing. So you are not...
No, I was not into racing, I was not into adventure riding. I was only trying to get to work on time. You can see one of our This thing is fun. A car passing through here would be just a normal thing, but a biker passing through here is a piece of heaven.
Wow.
Anyway, the thing is, I wanted to stop wasting too much time in the morning and in the evening, going to work and going back home.
Okay.
And I thought I needed a small bike that will get me there conveniently, cheaply, without wasting too much money, and also looking the part. So I needed an entry-level sport bike. The bike I chose at that point was a Ninja 300.
Ninja 300.
When I got it, I was able to find out that I can start doing out-of-town trips because it's still faster. My hometown is Meru. From Nairobi to Meru in a car to take you anywhere between 3.5 hours to 5 hours. In a bike, 2 hours, 2.5 trips. And it's the same amount of money you spend on a matatu. Like, if it's 700 shillings, it will get you there. So, my narrative changed. My thoughts about cars changed completely. I became comfortable with the idea of getting wet, getting rained on, and it's not a problem. Getting muddy on the road, and it's not a problem. Provided I get where I'm going on time and having enjoyed the entire trip. Because with bikes, you enjoy the entire trip. With cars, if you find traffic...
The farthest kilometers you've covered?
I started riding in August of 2017, and I have been documenting my trips on my mileage and my mile markers. And up to this point, I have covered a total of 127,000 kilometers.
127,000
on 3 bikes. Yes, the first one I got the bike at around 12,000, sold it at around 68,000. This one I got it about 3,000. Right now it's at 61,000. and then I had a Yamaha R6 which I did about 8,000 kilometers with, and then a few other borrowed bikes, but those ones are where you go for a trip, like 2,000 kilometers, 3,000 kilometers, and you give it back to the owner.
Wow. Okay. So how far have you traveled with this?
Kenya has 47 counties. I've been to 45 of them. The only ones I've not been to are Marsabit and Wajir and Mandera, and mainly because there's a bit of an insecurity issue there with the shifters and the Al-Shabaab guys. But everywhere else I have been to. Like if you tell me there's a village where you come from and there's a tarmac road there, chances are I've passed through it. Wow. Rough roads, done that. I've gone to South Sudan, I've gone to Ethiopia, I've gone to Tanzania, I've gone to Uganda, I've gone to Rwanda. So like I have traveled. And then Kenya, I don't know. There's no place in Kenya you can tell me about that I've not been to. Even these two Vichorochoros, Bora, it's a main road. I've been there.
So, Nairobi, Mombasa.
Yes.
How long will it take you?
It depends on traffic. On this bike, the fastest I've done is 3.5 hours, or 3 hours, 15 minutes. Okay. And that is during the curfew
I
time.
think that's a challenge.
During the curfew time, there was not so much traffic on the road. And I wasted most of the time at the checkpoint. You know, I had to pass through the checkpoint for the COVID-19.
Okay.
That's why I wasted most of my time, about 10 minutes. After that, you only stop at Mtitwani to fill the tank again, and then stop at Mombasa.
So 3.5 hours from Nairobi to Mombasa.
And it's something I can do again in case someone wants to, verify. It's not something, tell people.
Okay.
And I pay for fuel by M-Pesa, so Safaricom can verify that. On some specific days, you can see there is payment of fuel at South B and payment of fuel at Mombasa.
At yeah. And okay, how many liters will you take, or how many?
The bike has a 14-liter tank.
14.
I obviously
so
don't
that's
wait for
like
it to be
1,500.
depleted. Yeah, don't wait for it to be depleted. So I get to Mtitwande, I had like 1,000 or 1,100, and then from Mtitwande to Mombasa, probably another 900 to 1,000. But when you start doing rounds, I usually say if I have 2,200 shillings in the pocket, I'm guaranteed I'll get to Mombasa or even Malindi.
2,200 to Mombasa.
Okay. It's fun. Bikes are fun. Like to be honest, like I know some car guys may think bikes are cheap thrills, but if you have a bike that is properly set up with race tires, proper brakes, and the bike is in good condition, the frame is good, it's almost impossible to have that kind of fun in a car. Because you need so much less space to have so much more fun on the bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you, how do you take care of your bike? Where do you start? Because
now I would say that the biggest challenge that I have is because I do racing, and then I take the same bike from the race to the Bundus. I'll go to Ethiopia, which is like a rough road from Marsabit to Ileret through Loangalani. That's about 410 kilometers of rough road. 410 kilometers of rough road. You have to make sure the bike is in some really serious condition. I use premium oils at all times. I use premium plugs. I use premium brakes. I use premium everything. Like the only thing that is not premium on the bike is me. But I'm trying to get my skills there too.
Premium oils,
yes.
Premium plugs,
premium brakes, premium chain and sprocket sets.
Okay.
Like I have an aftermarket titanium COVID exhaust pipe system. Full from
yes,
the
I've seen.
back.
From the front.
Yeah, I had to change everything because the headers need to be like the proper size for the pipe. So everything has to be changed. Then the bike, the air filter, also premium, like the oil filter, everything is just different.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. I use Motul or Bell oil. I use rental sprockets. And if I don't use the rental, I can choose to use, what do you call it? There's some black steel sprockets I have right now, which are still as good. The name is skipping me, but rental is my preferred because it's aluminum, it's really light. And then I use EBC brakes, the centered ones, front and back. And then you can see I have braided brake lines.
Yes.
And then I use a K&N oil and air filter. Yeah.
And I've seen this bike, what are the specs? Because I've seen there is ABS.
No, that's just natural. It comes to ABS standard.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a power charger there for just in case you want to go somewhere and you want to charge your phone or your cameras. It's a basic package that will get you pretty much anywhere, and I've proven it will get you there because it's very reliable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the tires, what kind of tires do you use?
Right now I'm running on Batlans and 11s.
Okay.
They are very sticky racing tires. I use them on tarmac and on the track because, well, falling is not in my menu. People say with bikes you fall a lot.
Actually, we are coming to that because I need to know how many times you've fallen or had an accident. So
yeah. Okay. So do I answer that right now or do I wait?
Yeah, you can go.
So since I started racing on tarmac road, I fell once on the track, which was at 5 kilometers per hour because the tarmac, the tire at this Limoran's was still new in November of 2018. So it was not properly done. It came off, and I fell at 5 kilometers per hour. 5. That's the only time I've fallen on the track. After that, I have had a crash with a border bike at Narok, which was in 4th December 2019. That's where the damage from the bike came from.
Okay. Zinaitwa scars of war.
That one was at speed I cannot say on camera, but my insurance guy said I crashed at a very slow speed. So yes, nilianguka na speed kidogo sana.
16 kilometers per hour.
+-1.
Yes.
Yeah, but no scratches, no injuries whatsoever.
Okay.
Because we usually gear up for the speed and the
Apart from taking care of the bike, now your gears are really, sijui ni plastic ama ni helmet.
No, that is, we have very soft leather, kangaroo leather, and titanium rubbers at the corner. This is a Guyanese leather suit.
Okay.
We have a shoe-back helmet. I usually have boots as well, but you've seen I was from a job, meeting, so I wouldn't don boots.
True.
The thing about it is, on bikes you have to invest in gear, because on those bad days when you have an accident, your body takes a lot of beating. If you have a proper body armor with a spine and chest protector, and you have your gear all set, in case you fall, and it's something that has happened to me as well, you can get out of that accident at ridiculous speeds with 0 scratches.
Oh, okay.
And I can attest to that. I promote safety. Spend as much money as you can on proper gear.
On proper gear?
Yes.
Wow.
That one is very important.
So, in Kenya, who is your, whom do you want to be, or whom do you admire in your groups?
To be honest, if you would ask me that question like a year or two ago, I would have given you a list of names. I would mention the likes of, we have Shaiman Mughal, who is very good on tarmac. We have the likes of Dr. David Karori, Scott Blade Dog, really good. We have Livingstone Katingima. I'd have given you those names, but right now, I want to be just myself.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of guys there. We have DJ Styles, we have Altaf, Coltafu. They can ride bikes. Okay. Chef, they can ride bikes.
Okay.
But now, they have imparted so much of their knowledge onto me that it's enviable to not want to be myself.
Oh, true.
But internationally, I admire Mark Marquez, and there's another guy called, there's a guy who rides off-road called Toby Price, because I blend in the racing, the adventure, and the off-roads equally. So you'll find my idols are people all over the place. And I'll tell you, these people do outrageous things on motorcycles, and we try to do some of them, just not at the level yet.
On that note, somebody asked me, or I heard it somewhere, that below, I think 500cc, nobody can beat you in East Africa.
It is not a question. The thing about bikes is it's very easy. If anybody thinks they are better, they show up.
Below 500?
Yes. They show up and then they go home with results.
Is that a call out?
Everybody in East Africa, if you are anywhere within Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania, and you have a bike 500cc and below, and you feel you want to challenge Wakili anywhere, be it on tarmac, be it on a track, but it's within safe conditions, and it's people get home safe.
Yeah.
Show up.
500cc and below, if you think you can beat him, show up.
Yeah. In fact, there's a time earlier this year I was riding a 600cc Yamaha R6. Belongs to one of my friends, my partners. They given it to me as a present by them, but I gave it back to him because it's too big for me. I don't need it. In my test is streets, Nairobi, my friend.
Now, as we close, normally what we call as speed bikes, ni hizi za kina DJ Styles, hizi 1000cc bikes,
600 and 1750s, yes.
Why would you one day get such a bike?
Absolutely not. As I've told you, I've been gifted a bike, a 600cc bike, which
it's pretty quick.
From the people's views, it's been the biggest thing that has happened in Nairobi this year.
Okay.
But then you look at your priorities. I am not a speed freak per se. I am a safety freak, and I know as much as I can handle those bikes professionally, I'm much safer on these ones.
Oh, okay.
You want to be guaranteed that I can tell people I will go home every day I get on my bike. I cannot give that guarantee on a bigger bike, because when you start talking about speeds of 300 to 60s to 70s, and it's on these Kenyan roads, and with bikes it's consistent. You just don't test and then stop. If you're at 260, you're at 260 or 270 until when you have speed bumps or when you have oncoming vehicles which you don't have the balls to get in between at that speed, and it's not worth it. With this one, nikisema ni 170 from hapa mpaka Mombasa, nitasimama kwa bumps peke yake.
What? Watu wa boda boda. Because I see them wakiona speed bike wanaanza
kukopi. I would say this, like my problem with border borders is the gearing. If we would look for ways of forcing everybody who gets on a border, be it the rider or the passenger, to have a helmet on, would reduce the deaths on borders by over 70%. Because most people crash at very low speeds. These things, they're not fast. Borders will not do anything more than 80 kilometers per hour. They're not maintained. So they crash at 50, 60, 70s, but because their heads are not protected, they crack.
Yeah,
head injuries.
Concrete versus your head, concrete wins.
I'm actually running a campaign called Va Helmet Ama Lami Kuvae. And it simply says, well, just put on your helmet, because if you crash, your head is going to be burst open. It happens a lot.
Wow.
With a helmet, a vehicle can run over you and you still survive. There's a chance.
Wow.
But without a helmet, no chance.
Finally, as I let you go, what do you have to tell those upcoming riders, those enthusiasts who want to be, you know, they admire the riding and all that? Sana sana madem. Sijui kwa nini madem wanapenda watu wa bike hivyo.
Let me give madem compliments zao first. In Kenya, since independence, there is not a single record of a lady rider who died as a result of an accident of a bike she was riding. They do fall, they get accidents, but they never died.
Okay.
So keep that thing you're doing as ladies better. For car people, man, I know there's a lot of disrespect for bikes on the road. Whether ni border or these newish, good, better looking bikes, give them their space. They are road users. Give them their space. Stop overtaking when bikes are coming. Stop pushing them on the side of the road. Be patient the same way you'd be patient if it's a truck that is on the other side.
Asante sana. Thank you for kuja.
My pleasure.
Mazel, bro. So this has been Shift Gang, and definitely tutawaletea even bigger bikes. This one is 400cc. Tutawaletea even 1000cc. We will bring all of them here because we need to grow together. We need to learn together. Till next time, big up.